Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of 2000's Represent. We're starting off 2003 with an album. In this episode, we're talking about a compilation album. So we're talking about No Doubt, the singles, 1992 to 2003. I've covered a couple compilation albums on the 1998 series. I know we did the Mariah Carey number ones. I was going through albums that came out in 2003, and I really like this compilation. It essentially serves as a greatest hits album for No Doubt. I think they did one more album after this, like in 2012, so many years later. This album features basically singles from I think they had 5 studio albums up to this point, and I think it features singles off of 4 of them. I don't think it features anything off of their second album, and I think there's only one album or one track off of their first album on this compilation. But this is an amazing collection of singles, greatest hits, basically. They recorded a new song for it as well to cover. But I have my notebook here, so we're going to get through the notes, and then we will get to our track list and everything else. So we just open up here what we got. Alright, so No Doubt, the singles 1992 to 2003. It was first released, if I can get that out of the way, released November 14th, 2003. Again, a compilation album featuring singles from their first album. There's only one track on this compilation from that album. Their third album, their fourth album, and their fifth album. So the albums that are represented on this compilation are No Doubt, their self-titled debut, Tragic Kingdom, Return of Saturn, and Rocksteady. So I think it's called, is it Beacon Street Collective is their second album, and there's nothing on that album no songs from that album on this collection here. The new song they recorded for it was a cover of Talk Talk's "It's My Life," so that's the only new song on the album. But again, this is just a great compilation, so like new music, not really a deal breaker here. But we do get one new track on it with that cover. They basically went into hiatus kind of shortly after, I think, wrapping up Rocksteady, or probably touring for that or something. Went into hiatus, regrouped to get this compilation made, and then got back in the studio to record the one new song for it. Even though I think there's a quote from Gwen Stefani where she was saying, even though we're not recording a lot of material for this, it was still like they still had to narrow it down to their most iconic tracks. And then they listened to, I think, about 100 songs to pick the cover, and I think it was between "It's My Life," which is the one they went with, or "Don't Change" by In Excess. So I think those were like the two front runners for like what was going to be recorded, and they ended up going with "It's My Life," again, the Talk Talk cover. The main reason for the hiatus after Rocksteady was obviously spending time with family and things like that, but probably the big one and the big kind of direction shift for them was Gwen Stefani wanting to do solo music work, or solo albums. She did, I think it was like Love Music Angel Baby or something like that, or let me actually just... Yeah, so Love Angel Music Baby came out, I think, in 2004. Let me think. Yeah, 2004. So the big reason for the hiatus was that she wanted to, branch out and do solo work. So she did. I think she's done a few solo albums, but that kind of put them on hiatus from that. Um, yeah, so like basically, again, it's just a compilation covering songs off of their first, basically 4 albums, not counting their second one. Um, some singles that did not show up on this collection for some reason were "Happy Now." I think that is on Tragic Kingdom. "Hey You" didn't show up off of that album as well. And then "Squeal" and "Doghouse" off their second album didn't show up on the compilation either. But it reviewed pretty well. It sold pretty well. Let me actually just bring up the reviews here. So AllMusic gave it a 4.5 out of 5. Enemy gave it a 6 out of 10. Rhapsody just gave it a favorable review, and Rolling Stone gave it a 4 out of 5. I think it debuted at number 2 on the Billboard 200. Sold some 253,000 copies its first week. We're going to move into our track list here. Let's see here. So we got 15 tracks on this album. Comes in at a little bit under an hour. So yeah, let's just get through the track list here. So track 1 is Just a Girl off of Tragic Kingdom. Just a classic, no doubt track. Probably a lot of people that were getting into No Doubt when that came out, that was probably the first song they heard from them. Track 2 is the new track for this, which is It's My Life, which is a cover of the song by Talk Talk. After that, we have Hey Baby, which comes off of Rock Steady. After that, we have Bathwater, so track 4 from Return to Saturn. Then after that, track 5, we have Sunday Morning, which is off of Tragic Kingdom. Track 6, one of the best tracks on the album. One of my favorites off of Rock Steady is Hella Good. So that is track 6. Track 7 is New, which is off of Return to Saturn. Track 8 is Underneath It All, which comes off of Rock Steady. Track 9 is Excuse Me, Mister, from Tragic Kingdom. Track 10 is Running, which is also off of Rock Steady. And another classic here, we have track 11 with Spiderwebs, which of course was off of Tragic Kingdom. Like I said, a lot of us, I think, our first exposure to No Doubt was definitely through Tragic Kingdom. Track 12, we have Simple Kind of Life. That's off of Return to Saturn. Another one, track 13, off of Tragic Kingdom, we have Don't Speak. That's just an iconic track from them. Then we move to track 14, we have Ex-Girlfriend, which is off of Return to Saturn. And track 15, we have Trapped in a Box, which is off of their self-titled debut, No Doubt, which came out in 1992. I think there's a couple extra bonus tracks if you have the international edition. So you have track 16 is Girls Get the Bass in the Back, which is Hey Baby. I think that's a remix off of, Rocksteady. And then you have an acoustic live version of Underneath It All. And that one was only on the edition that if you got it either in the UK or Japan. But yeah, this is a great collection because I think like they put out one more album after this, and I don't know if there was any particularly like strong singles off of. I don't really remember what that album was called because it came out in like 2012, I think. Let me take a look here. So No Doubt. Let's take a look at their discography. So yeah, so 92 we have No Doubt. We have their self-titled. We have the Beacon Street Collection in 1995. Also in 1995 we have Tragic Kingdom. 2000 we have Return to Saturn. 2001 we get Rocksteady. And then in 2012, some 9 years after this compilation, we get Push and Shove. And I don't know how well this one was received. It looks like it kind of middle of the road ratings on it. So not incredibly well. I think it debuted okay, but I actually haven't listened to Push and Shove, so I need to go in and check that out. But yeah, this is just a great selection of No Doubt music. When they played Coachella, I think it was 2024, I remember breaking the CD of this out and listening to it. And it's definitely a good time, definitely a very representative collection of their greatest hits. Even if you're not including stuff off of Push and Shove, I definitely feel they peaked before that. So I think like their first, like I said, I haven't listened to their second album either. But I've listened to No Doubt. I've listened to Tragic Kingdom, Return to Saturn, and Rocksteady. And this is a great mix of stuff from those albums. Have a lot of fun with it. But that is going to do it for this video. We'll be back again next week. We'll be covering a movie from 2003 before jumping into a video game, before we jump into the rest of the decade. So remember to like, comment, share, subscribe. We'll see you again next time. Thanks again for watching. Take care and have a good one. See ya.